what I meant is, that's what I'm trying to say is, there will be columns, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's suppose like this single one could be single choice, 2 can be multi choice, 3 can be email, right? So on, right? So in my this paid course, what I'm trying to teach how to build a Airtable clone or probably database company, and these all field will be necessary because every database will have a single choice, multi choice, file, long text, checkbox, user, collaborators, and then short text, email, phone number, currency, whatever input values you would need. You can distinguish in between those values. So let's start from here first. At the on the left of the whiteboard, what I'm saying is advanced customization, where it is going to be linked to a table that can show the basic version. I can show the basic version in this paid course, but for maximize for advanced version, I think I would offer my services to client for paid services. So formula rich text editor I'm not considering because this would need for me to code basically, and I don't know I would say code, so need to hire someone, right? So can't hire someone. Button, I think I can try. So let's keeping it probably hashtag. I'll give a hashtag this one. I'll give it this one also green, so that I can know that I'm going to try these at least probably. Lookup rollup count percentage. Lookup rollup. Again, it's quite advanced, so I'm not going to use it for now. But what I'll teach now how to add users. How to add users collaborators, how to add checkbox, how to add I would say long text, right? And how to add this single choice, multi choice, files where people can add multiple choices, and of course short text will be a single liner, email, phone numbers, currency, unique ID, and then of course date and date range, and the number and the decimal range required. Probably sometimes we would need a negative number, right? So now let's see. So let's start with the single choice, multi choice, and file. I think what we need is, so user is going to click to user clicks to add, I would say add a column, right? So user clicks to add a column, right? So the moment they try to add it, then column will be added, right? Now what we want is, we want first, for the very first instance, specifically for single choice, multi choice, and file, what I'm referring is, because right now when user clicks to add a column, right, this moment we are not sure that user will need it or not. Probably maybe I would say maybe they are testing it, right? So we are not sure. If user wants to add that column or not, right? But to safeguard our database, let's suppose if let's suppose if I say user clicks here at the very first option, user clicks to add a column, right? Then probably they added this column, right? And now when they're adding options, probably multiple options like option 1, option 2, I can't keep this fetched to my database, right? I can't save it to my database. Can't do this directly because I'm not sure that user wants to save this information here, user wants to save this information or not, right? So I want to give them the ability where they can, dummy create this option specifically for this single choice and multi choice and file, right? So specifically for file, I know like file gets uploaded, it should save into a database, but that's not what I want. What if customer uploaded the file and later change their mind that they don't want to upload this file and they wants to delete it? So that's why we need a system that will store some, so now I'll write here, so we need a system, correct, where we can temporarily store our data, correct? So that's what we need. We need a system where we can temporarily store our data. So custom state is the option for us. Right? So that we can safeguard our database and we can keep information in a custom state and allow users to add this option. So now what should we do? We'll probably create in the context of Bubble, because I'm teaching this in Bubble and I don't know anything else. So that's why I think let me first, let's delete this one. So I hope you understood this. Let me just this one. Yeah. So now what I'll be doing, I need to give user ability, probably a trigger where they can say add option, right? That's what we are doing, right? If you see my video, next video, we'll give them an option, and inside this option, the moment when user clicks it, right, it gets a click, right? What happens is it's going to create a new input element, and I'm not going to use any draggers right now because it doesn't make any sense. There will be limited options like 4, 5. Why would I create a complex architecture where I want to allow users to drag and drop, right? It doesn't make any sense because multi-choice will have, it's my personal preference, because multi-choice will have a limited number of choices. Similarly with single choice and files also, because I don't want to allow my users to upload because this will be a starter plan probably, let's say, and I don't want to give my user ability to stress my database, and so I want to restrict file also so that I can allow a user to upload up to probably 2 GB 3 GB, right? It's my choice how much restriction I want to put into a file system. So single choice, I'm sure multi choices user will add whatever I've seen so far. I would say user can only add a limited number of single choices, multi choices, and that's up to like 7, 8, 9, 10, right? So that's not a big number. So whatever, so I can simply give a cross button, right? So that when triggers, right, it deletes the option. Which option it is going to delete? It's going to delete this option, right? Similarly, if the user will add this options, that's the flow. Every time it's a trigger, user add one option, it's a trigger. Second option, it's a trigger. 3 option, delete. That's how the process is going to be, right? So now I just name it option 1 and option 2 and option 3. Now Now understand the complexity here, because we are not saving anything in our database, right? Everything we are storing in custom state for now, because user wants to save the information, and user has not created we don't know yet that user wants to create this column or not. So this is for the temporarily storage of options, right? So option 1, option 2, and option 3, that's what it's going to happen. Now the problem is, every time I'm adding this, I need to give some values, because it's not going to appear like this. So because whenever I say let's say this is a repeating row in the context of bubble, correct? So probably I'll add a custom state here, and I would say I want to add this custom state, and I say this could be a text, and this could be inside. There's a checkbox called list, right? So this text is a list, right? Because that's what we are doing, we are adding options, right? So whenever this button gets a click, this add an option, right? What I'm saying is I'm going to say is set state, and set state where that's going to be RG. I just give a short form, that's going to be RG, right? Set state RG, and where that's going to be text, right? So how will I add it? I need to pass the workflows here. So I'd say that's going to be RG's text means this state is already have this text, irrespective of it has it's empty or it has some value. What I'm saying is, whatever this has pre-existing values, just plus this option, right? Option 1. Similarly, we are going to add option 2, we are going to add option 3. Now it will be like this: text 1, text 2, and then I would say text 3, right? And so on. So now we can display this as RG text 2, RG text 3. Now the problem will, because I know I can add it, right? But when I say click, I want to remove it, right? Here when I say I want to delete this probably I want to say, because right now this is in an order, right? And bubble in custom states we can't identify the indexes, right? We don't know the indexes yet, correct? Because it's a custom state. If we have saved this information in our database, then we have the custom states. Then we have, because bubble gives us the ability to have indexes in database if it's stored in our database, but if it's stored in custom state, right, then we do not have ability to delete via index, right? So we are not sure at the moment I click on this one, I'm not sure which option is going to delete. So to do that, I think we need to give some unique, like every input I need to create a, like this input, and to create a variable which distinguish between these options. So say option 1 is have different unique identity, I can say identifier, let's say identifier for a moment now, and that will be going to be second, that's again, right? Everybody has a different UID, let's say short form is UID, and third is going to be again UID, right? So now if we'll give a unique identifier and say it has to matches with this option, then what happens is we can delete this from a custom state also, irrespective of we are saving this into our database, right? So that's how we are going to record this video specifically for single choice, multi-choice, and file. Because file, if a user gets, because we initially we are only going to store this in our custom state, right? Saving it in our database. So that's the problem. I don't think so. So I hope you understood the problem in saving information in custom state and in database directly. So now with the help of a variable, we're going to delete and save it and delete this information. In fact, the interesting thing is, let's suppose if user has added these options, right? Uh, so when, like, no, not this option, basically what I'm saying is when user added, let's say, let's suppose a user added a single choice, right? Into probably say this third column, right? Now we know like user has added a single choice. Let's name it like single choice. You know, now user has added a single choice which is stored in your database. Now you have a value, you have a column that says you have a single choice inside this table, right? So now it will be super easy. Whatever user do, we can save it in our database, because this single choice will always be choices will always be associated with this single choices. So here inside, in this data type single choice, I just create an option, probably a field type I will create called sorry, let me just delete this one for now. I will just simply create a field type, right? Equals to probably text, and that should be a list. Again, I'll check that should be a list of text, right? So that I can save it inside this column only directly, so that we can save this information. And then we create again a flow where user can choose the options. So that's done. So I think single choice, multi-choice, and file system, how to design and store values through a custom state is done. But how we implement it, let's see in our another tutorial, especially a Loom video. This is